actually go into partnership negotiations, you've got everything laid out there. And more importantly, you can measure them and you can prove them. So you can say to a partner, we're great and we do really good stuff and we've got lots of things and trust us. If you haven't measured them or if you haven't monitored them, you can't actually translate that to something tangible. So that's a really important thing. And that's what we often bring out when we work with clients and actually do their asset workshop. And we had one client recently who said, it's been on my to-do list for 3 years. And we went in and basically did it within a week, done and dusted, and then they're off and they're flying. But it's one of those things that can be hard to get around to and do by yourself.
Right. Ash has just popped in a question there, just in terms of deep diving here a little bit, Sharon and Linda. Ash has asked, how do you go about valuing your assets? What would you say to that?
You can actually go out to a media buyer if you've got some significant assets. So if we use a partnership architecture, which there's 5 different pillars of activity, and so one of those might be sponsorship. So if you have got some really valuable assets, it might be worth you getting them valued by a media buyer. It's been a while since I've done one, but depending on the size of your assets, it's about $5,000 to have that done. I think generally though, with the engagement cycle and the way that we would look at assets, it's more about finding what your strengths are within those assets and then being able to say to a prospective partner, look, I've got this particular audience that you also have or that you may be interested in. So it's actually more about defining what your strengths are and what tangible benefits you can offer, as opposed to this asset is worth, 50,000, this asset is worth 5,000. Because when you're thinking about a partnership, it's much more integrated than that. And there's many different levels of a partnership and not just the marketing and communication side of it.
And so maybe your strongest asset doesn't relate to something that's commercial or can be externally valued. It might be a particular niche audience that you have or a unique voice that you have. So that's an intangible. So not everything that can be measured can be costed, but it can be your biggest strength.
Right. Does that help, Asha? Maybe just pop a little message to us there if that actually gives you something to work with in that asset space. But again, you've mentioned that you can actually do some work with people around assets. I think that would be great if people are interested in. Great insight. Thanks, Asha. Thanks for your feedback there. If people are interested in doing some of that discovery work around assets, drop us a line, let us know, and we can certainly get you connected in with Sharon and Linda to do some of that work.